Vítám vás zpátky u Evropské ligy Tier 1. Cinema zápas, dva Češi proti sobě, Marteen versus Magnum, Icebox Peril Fracture, první mapa pick od KC, navařený komp bez dualisty. To samý BBL. A nedovedu si typnout, někdo může vyhrát, kámo. Ale role se mi líbí víc. Okay. Casey se mi líbí až na Marteena, že není duelista, a BBL se mi líbí asi všichni, actually, co hrajou. Je mi, že jsou jako všichni komfy. Magnum versus Marteen, první duel. Fnatic Magnum.
And patience shown by BBL. No massive need to overexude towards the site. Still 40 seconds. Got the util now to bank on.
A Clove, kamaráde, to se moc nehrává. Fuj, a ves. Magnum, kámo, nahypenej. Magnum nahypenej.
A 1v3 from the get-go.
Oh.
That'll help, but 10 HP, man. How are you meant to do this?
Mají dobrý plant, stačí jít na belt. Nemůžu ho prohrát. Má za to Jinxel, ale nemůžu to prohrát. Ještě má rakety za 10 vteřin třeba. První hra Magnum a 4 killy Magnum první kolo. Teď já nebudu, tyko jsem proti bonusu, ale...
Already said here, he's made a splash to kick things off.
Oh god, and Sugetsu instantly plucked away from B, trying to maybe pressure down towards long a little and absolutely put into place. So, catch towards middle. Prophet not going to have that walk up straight through middle. Maybe a little bit lackadaisical in approach, but still, this B side being threatened very early from BBL.
We'll be there to pick up the slack.
Strašně moc věcí se tady děje, čo nestíhám normálně, no.
Drift away pretty quickly.
Omen solo a...
Cautious of this cross. Drifting onto it, but
it's
slow to react there, and actually BBL get both kills.
A bez zatím vysral všechno, a jako vysrali Sadak. Je Marteen musí potáhat. Ten tež hodro je dobrý, ale jak je dlouhej, kámo. Nenašel ho, ale.
And it's rough for him. Not got a smoke to play in now. Does still have the paranoia. 10 more seconds and a TP. So he's got a couple options. Now with the dart coming, he's just going to try and play ahead. Nice from
shot.
Marteen. Takes the advantage, at least on the first fight. Needs to be forced away. Now has his smoke back up. Brings that into effect. Waiting on Elite. Another isolated
Vaří.
Fantastic from Marteen. And he's got the smoke to play around. Isolated.
To hodně navařil, kámo.
Will not move Marteen.
Co kámo, vypadá, že už je zlomený životem. Teleport do Nestu. On conditionoval s tím smokem, ale to je moc levný. Ale Vinho díky za 15 měsíční wallbang, halo? Díky Alvinho za 15 měsíců.
Yeah, it's again ask.
You can see the paranoia building though, right? They're already starting to look towards middle, the two that had kind of dedicated themselves on that rotate over towards B mid, but now with a full flood of utility, good luck finding anywhere to stand. We do have the ult going to come in, that's going to slow things down, but we still have the ult here. Sugetsu succeeds over towards B, but now it's all eyes towards A.
Pozdě ty raketky, kámo, pozdě.
They can get to the post plant, they're going to look comfortable. Yappy still has
Jak žije?
Oh, he doesn't get away. Clawed back in the end by Alves. I think that was almost blind at this point. Prophet's still going to be playing on the site. They're playing pretty close. Magnum in towards the ult. He's going to clear through Prophet. It's getting pretty messy here. Magnum going to be held back at this point. Trying to just hold it. He's going to see it's going
Magnum.
They have to get around the corner. They have to try and deal with this. Marteen just has to sit and get the job done here. It's a tasty little position there, actually, for Marteen. And Magnum back to what he does best. This lurking in middle. He used to be a master of it. Ult going to come in, and Marteen is rewarded with one, but is instantly traded out by the ult. And now looking at this timing, yeah, Red, Sadak noting something earlier on, expecting that lurk to be in play, but they have at least given up sight. So there will be a plant in place.
Tohle nebyl pro BBL, pokud dá pro fake kill, tak má ultinu, ne? Chamber ultina. To může dožnout pro fake to ultinového. Ještě Jampy usnul.
That was sharp. Prophet has to respect this. Dips away. Still got a fair bit of utility.
Mají dobrý plant, nebo ne?
Can he get a blind kill off this? No, not for now. held back and held in place.
Ten
That's
slow je
nice.
huge.
Need a bit more. Gets a bit more, but instantly traded out.
Kdyby Profek zabil, tak vyhráli kolo na 100%.
Getting to grips with the rhythm of what we're seeing from BBL.
Magnum.
Not being moved this time around.
Ty má info, vole, má nechápu.
That's further confirmation. Profek's the one to fall.
Oh, Sadak. He's getting a little tricky. I like this. We're starting to see them trying to thread the needle a little bit. Get the tempo up, keeping the pressure up. BBL still looking to try and threaten away at least. Be it to get to whoever else from that yellow box that he's been trying to play behind.
Even now, be a 3-3 scoreline. You're almost looking to BBL to make adjustments in the early round. Not finding that same success they did when KC were maybe
Už tam dali smoke na ten mischat. Jeden smoke.
lacking respect.
Proč se
We
nebojí?
see the same thing now, drifting back towards a late A here. Difference being on the other side, Elite.
To může projít takhle, vole.
Utility across here. The alarm bot will pick it up nice and early.
A nevěří tomu.
30 seconds left.
Maybe progress from pipes at the same time, but yeah, just going to have to make
25 vteřin
this count
chat.
as they can. Good stall, 20 seconds. Time's running low here. Elite's
To je
going to be
paráda,
loving
protože pro
this.
BBL.
Precious seconds being bought, but the
Nebo?
spike is going to be planted.
On nechal
Just goes
plantnout.
down to Getsu.
Asi to je jedno, vole.
Make it mince meat out of both of them, clearing at least close sight, and we're looking now towards who's a little bit deeper. Magnum,
Bude asi tu ten smoke,
Sociable.
Martin,
This is a
furt.
rough position, gonna need to be a 2v5. And it just ain't looking like it's gonna happen, but Avis has gone down, 2v4 now. Sociable does have his ult, but he's playing up on this, and just too many angles, too many players. Himself posted up towards middle here.
A potom ještě zvládneme rankedy, když tak, vole.
Third body here. Probably set up for a similar flash here.
Vidíme, jak budou dlouhý ty zápasy.
Sadak positioned all the way back towards Snowman. Not going to come up, actually. Martin just wins out.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit messy.
To Martin
The
to hraje
trades
jako
are still
duelistu
so
aspoň,
good
no.
for KC. With so much util possibility, they decide to use almost none of it. Maybe banking on the ult, but it's just simply not enough. Gonna need to be bailed out. Magnum doing the best he can. You're looking at the HP now. Avis is down low on 8 HP. Got to be careful. That shot dart could have been lethal. Wasn't. Sugetsu can't assist currently. Trying to isolate a fight. They can't get past Aves.
Magnum
Who's controlling this push up perfectly. Aves with a stun up.
It's nearly.
It's so
I haven't
close.
had one of them in ages.
I had one recently.
Really?
It sounds like we're talking about curry or something. Had one in ages. Sheriffs are out. It's not gone well.
Yeah, it's not much here so far, no.
Oh, this is your analytical time, Mike.
Yeah,
Really.
well.
Get in there and chew the fat.
Martin, shutting that down.
Oh,
Jsem
well.
pískajem.
Nearly caught off guard, though. I think elsewhere will fall. You've got to stop. You've had a year to get out of this.
Look.
Ani oni jakoby nekantrujou.
Nothing to say.
Podle mě
Not equipped.
ten jejich kombi fungoval strašně dobře v tom, že prostě toho Omena vykantruješ tím close smokem, ne přeci do piči. Mě prostě hodí na one way, tak prostě smokneš pod ten one way, kurva, ne? Ať máš víc pressure a můžeš crossovat.
I don't
know, man.
Obviously he doesn't have the, well, he has the util to hinder, but he can't exactly take fights off it. But if they can start
Profek má smoke, by the way. Profek má smoke.
That option's closed now.
Na německém Valorantu.
I'm damn happy, at least for Casey until then. Oh, that's rough.
A ten zatím hrajou Casey, kamo.
Do make up for it.
Víc.
Not gonna go well. Oh. Aves is a shooter
To není hezký Valorant, ale dal mu strašnou.
It's crumbled so quickly.
Ale 4v3 takovýhle píkosek, jakoby, se mi nelíbí, ale jako nice shot.
Well, Aves hit a nice shot, so let me find something to be happy about.
Yeah. As I say, we're ahead of the minute mark and already committed towards the save and actually first 3-rounder. Now Sadak's got his hands full. Not giving up the space just yet, though.
No, he's unwilling to fall back, and you can see why there's confidence there, but there is a bit of a punish, but KC still have numbers and they have the weaponry. That Guardian with Sociable is...
Their pockets aligned.
Yeah, they're feeling high. Makes this a little bit trickier too. They're like, guys, we finally got a plan to take well, we got it this time, I promise.
Nechal bych to u těch Neonek a Chamberů, ale asi ty dva chlapáky.
Marteen trying to get out of danger on this one. Ults littering the ground. Frost not caught, but they have at least gotten the back of yellow.
To kolo vypadá zajímavě, to škoda, jsem ho myslel.
That's all they needed. Maybe not.
To kolo
Yeah, somehow we forgot about
vypadalo dobře, ale...
He's been aiming like a god, but he just threads the needle. And Magnum in his mid-lurks. It's not gonna go well. Aves with an absolute heater of a round. And Carmine Core, well, I doubted them picking this map initially.
Rounds that were kind of set up differently. Like I said, did the same thing. 6 or 7 rounds over and over. Yeah. And got punished for it.
Ukáž prohození stran, actually. Mě zajímá, jak budou hrát BBL na defendu bez killjoy, volem.
We're turning off X-ray. We're getting a little tricky with it, observers. Look at you guys.
Budou muset být fighty jako svině, furt.
1-for-1 early enough in the round. There's
still
rozeberou ty KC. I like this fact finder almost from Magnum, taking a little bit of a wander down tube, which does allow BBL, I was going to say to feel comfortable. They certainly won't now, losing out on Sociable on the other side of things. Now there might be issues.
The stark contrast though, look. KC hitting both sites effectively at the same time. Trade elsewhere, but they win out on A site. Still looking pretty healthy after that engagement as well. Sadak down to 74 HP, but everybody else undamaged so far.
Vidím to noxí, no, to je house, kámo.
Still got 2 players on the side of the
map. Bych viděl replay teda. Podle minimapy, no, ho spotl, vole. Viděl, že jde dozadu, jak zkusil, vole.
Looks good so far. Not managed to catch a glimpse of anyone, but there are the 3 players here for BBL. Process of elimination, and still some util with Yampi can cause a couple of issues. It's going to cost them some time here. You can see what they're able to do with it, but sadly, KC, well,
I guess
fortunately, they win out on every single fight. Magnum. Oh, it's brutal already. So you get to good fight.
Profek už nikdy nebude hrát tu clown,
říkám. Get out of what felt like dodge more than anything, and man to the good for KC early.
Slow things down.
To jsou strong ty KC, no.
Again, make BBL.
Je nutno nezapomínat, že KC málem porazili Vitality, ale než byli předchozí Masters, že byli nejblíž k tomu. Vitality vyhrál, to je tam Derke vyletěl na abysu, kamarády do strany s nožíkama vyjebal 4. To bylo cinema. A čekal jsem to teda víc close tu hru, vole. Uvidíme ten Peril, no. Peril je dobrý v BBL.
And they're just climbing through, but the rotations are going to be in place. So BBL actually do have their players on the side of the map, spray and pray. Not enough of a connection to dissuade any of this approach. Any util to deny this or keep this looking a little bit more likely. It doesn't feel threatening enough.
Ale vymyšlený toho Omena, kámo, ten Omen je dobrý, ty vole. Ten Omen je actually promyšlený, vole.
12 seconds to try and deal with it, and at least just there, posted up. No sweat at all. And hold on for more. 2 players towards middle, 1 towards the lower side. Slipping through, but it's Profek playing towards a tube.
A na midu prostě good luck in e-sports,
surgical precision takes him away.
Plus už týbek umřel, vole.
Second guess here.
Rahul neumřel, enemy umřel.
Já nerozumím. He's got a really good read on this.
Já nejdu kontakt do Turecka. Můžeme bylo léto, kamo. Ramen ten! W Riz Ramen ten. Děkujeme za 5 giltých subů. Na konec první mapy. Děkujeme za giltých subů Milana, pro Juskena, Martimuse, Kryzníček, Kohoucík.
Precious seconds, boy. Sadak goes down. That's the spike now lost. BBL holding the line. Aves still here, and he's been their heavy hitter, right? He's been absolutely tearing off heads. Another body spotted. Elite. Oh, stunned. Oh, Elite, come on. Doing that to them in the final round of things. 13-3, Mike.
Preparation process looked like either Yampi actually does dip his toes, rewarded for it. The green light for KC to make something happen.
And this playing the Vice here, I do think will be an interesting challenge.
Já budu střídat našeho POVčka, že jo, Pablo, to je jedno. Ale jakoby zápas od 10 od rána v sobotu, barmap ti pádem od 9. Domluvit všechny lidi na 9 ráno, kamo to o víkendu jako hru.
but it's on to get to and Sadak.
Škoda Luvix jako návrh 10 ráno.
You ain't getting BBL robust, at least in their pistol to start with. Magnum is on duty.
30 seconds left.
Oh God. God, Magnum, please, why? I know it's just unlucky, but it feels horrific. Yampy is going to now have to, well, does he commit to this? Easy to get overwhelmed. The Prowler, yeah, does get the job done. Oh my God, that shock dart could have been the death of Sadak, but no, he's still alive here. Plants now win, and it's a 5v4. A little uncomfortable. They've got decent map control as well.
Sorry,
Players find it back from BBL are kind of all through pit. They're kind of all coming through secret. This is not comfy.
What can Elite get done with this?
Lovely dart
as well. Warband comes through. Aves will fall.
Komentuj zápas.
Kámo,
mám tilt, tady musím řešit turnaj 3 dny.
You were the one who could do that. Elite now shouldering a little bit of the strain, holding on to this. Now the challenge, can they at least fight back for the site? The time is dwindling. Shot from Sociable, but it's Profek in a 1v2 and the disaster begins there and then.
Když to prohrali, to jako.
Thrifty ripped away. It's the walls there as well, so that will trigger. Oh my God, Sociable. I mean, it was volatile to say the least. Desperately trying to catch it. Sugetsu is having to backpedal throughout the entire map. Spots at least 2 on the drop of the wall. So, again, calls in the cavalry. Sadak now here. Here comes the chaos, but calmed in the end by Sugetsu and Sadak. Profek trying to get the reward from the floor, which was that Bulldog. Careful on these individual fights here. It's getting a bit close.
Sugetsu down to 7 HP. Has to respect this now, but forced closer and closer to Spike. Clean. The end of it there for Profek and Marteen. Take down Yampy, so no.
Indicated by Sadak's ult being in play, there's not too many surprises, but stuff to the back of the site could be tricky here. There's no real way out of this back site, and Marteen going to take the dip out of there. Takes away Magnum, and now suddenly the floodgates are open, but have you forgotten about the player back site? There was an ult on this. They've got to keep this in mind. They can't forget about it, but they're certainly not looking at it. Aves was just the timing so perfect, it felt like the moment just faded as Yampy and Sociable now having to face horrific odds. There were so many just seconds difference in that one. It felt like Sociable, that operator is a prized possession. They don't get a pick soon. You're gonna probably see them start dipping away, but Yampy fancies a go at it. That's Sugetsu. Felt like it could have been huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
huge.
That's pretty nice.
See.
We've got the divide.
Cut sight lines and audio here, so forcing the hand of BBL potentially.
Oh, but nice from Magnum to take away Aves, and look at the time. 8 seconds now. Options almost shutting. There's no way forward here, leaving it too late in the day. Well played in the end. Buying the time was the right call.
Thrifty.
And I'm a bit surprised at KC running out of time here. A pace save card Thrifty, and that one just...
Actually repeat a similar map 1 scoreline. First real exploration towards mid other than the pistol we've seen here.
And I quite like this. As I said, it's a mid look, kind of exploring further with still held on the extremities. Roll your mind back to how proactive BBL were with those sheriffs kind of hunting up towards B long, so gets you constantly backpedaling. Now seeing them with a little bit of a different look. Aves should be able to scope out where the util is, baits it, lovely. And actually gets up and over, but decided to not take a look down towards Art. And now BBL going to throw everything into it. We've got a couple ults coming through for them here. Profek needed that one. Now he's in the dance.
That's Profkem, kámo. Byl tak sharp předtím.
This is good from BBL. Starting to find these little angles. Speaking of angles.
Dobrý kuchanec. Dobrý kuchanec, Miroslav. Neprojebohar, my si Magnum vystřelit jeden kill. Ne! Ty vole! Ty mi ho vystřel, kámo. To byl velký problém.
No sweat, no head injuries today, all good. Pay safe card Thrifty.
Another head scratcher though from KC. What?
Head scratcher, really?
Yeah. Well, it's like they almost play themselves out of this. They're caught off guard. Again, wall goes up here. Yampy's got the Hunter's Fury to secure a kill behind that as well. It's situations where even if you understand the composition of the side, caught off guard by it. And like I said, it happens so late in the round that there's not even a buffer to really recover. Still a purchase to come through here for KC.
Yeah.
Little aggressive towards A main here to take this space, but look what's happening in mid. Talking about the first exploration in the previous round for KC. BBL on the walkabout.
Čau, Axi.
On the warpath.
Yeah. Vash gonna, yeah, kind of give it away, but I don't know if they know how close they are. Absolutely not.
Ale pozor, BBL mají názor už.
Just rewarded.
Začal koukat, to už to nějak vypadá.
The penny dropped too late.
Potřebujeme, protože se to hraje jinak od 5 v sobotu a to má Aleš oficiál v 5. Nemůže se rozdvojit, bohužel. Jako další věc je ta, co už za ty roky bych teda klidně jako pošteloval, je, proč jsou ty top 4 v datum, kdy začíná tier 2 liga, kámo. Ale to už je jako pozdě řešit.
Consolation maybe for Elite if he can find one, but BBL, another situation where they're on the warpath. X-ray looks a little daunting.
Nevadí.
This felt so red. I mean, we did see that kind of like 1-3-1.
Asi dořečeno ještě po 3 dnech, pokud teda Aleš nebude protestovat.
BBL was so ready for this. Whether it be a read or just a damn good.
Oh, you drop, but so I guess you've got to be careful not to get caught off guard here.
Playing a really dangerous game though, as well. I'm surprised he sticks around this long. He does win the fight. Oh, fair play. You got to back yourself, I guess, but I don't see that many people really committing to controlling that space, but he does. Now the response from KC is double doors again. And committing further. They've made it through middle, but there's nowhere to plant in mid, and you don't have the spot.
Alešek nechce jít kalit v pátek.
So this is all a bit of a pump to maybe force BBL.
Co na Harborek jinak? Má to value? To ještě moc nesledoval tu hru, jak jsem tady řešil píčovinky. Nelíbí se mi ten Harbor na první pohled. Chci vidět nějaký brikule od něj.
I mean, it's not a traditional place to play with the operator, but he can dip out of there as well.
Mu to fungovalo v 95, když dával tu volu, co brala Dory a byl Harbor Viper meta.
Force him away. Oh, that was a really nice attempt from Marteen, even just jumping into that to try and get legged rather than killed, but still Sadak sweeps the site. Now the spike should go down. Magnum can't deny that with the ult. Counter ult on top. Oh, it's gorgeous. Levin, what a beautiful bit of timing. Playing ahead of that, disrespecting it. Good God.
Že mají na piču kompy, že jim dojebe ještě víc ten komp tím Harborem, vole.
Fully intentional, right? Fully intentional. All good. Plants in. What do we have for the post plant? I mean, not much really to hold on to it. Util's kind of been invested now to get him off the side.
Kombočet Harbor, Fade, Astra je strašně jako... Aj ty Vice spiny na zemi, vole.
Hunter's Fury sent in from afar. Yampy
Fuck me.
This Levin again does well, so he gets goes down. Sociable looks for a pick and he can't find it. Elite waiting down below. Profik still holding from the back of the site.
Just Sadak.
It is just
Za 10 vteřin, tak rychle se to všiml.
Oh, he's got both. And the
pod Sadak.
Just too far. Profik. Sit in the defuse.
Já jsem si říkal, oni mají udělaný. Nedokáže upgradenout tu základovku sama, takže jsem staklý na tomhle procáku, ale jako nejsem tak špatně jak na stage. Ty pičo. Tyhle ty vysoký Yoru flashe jsou strašně OP.
Into a position to try and recover around.
All 3 players as well, the ones remaining are on those light shields. This is going to be trouble. This could be problems. The cross going to be slowed down. Time being purchased. Oh, Profek, he spotted him. Light work again with that Outlaw. Still got one more bullet to play in. And the cross feels so deadly. You can see them hesitant to try and make it through. They have nothing utility-wise to allow for it. So they went for the double peak, but now speaking of double, they're doubling up. Both of them now creeping closer. It's so easy in the end.
Máš 400 FPS v range, že jo, co?
Across to the second half. Sanak does get ahead of that. Will be traded out very quickly. BBL no secrets about this on the way in.
No, Martin.
Martin elsewhere picks up the backside of that.
Že nevíte ani, jakou mám slinu, by the way, ale mám masivní slinu. Je to ani nevíte, že já jsem byl u zubaře, nebo já jsem to říkal, ale pak jsem měl day off. Byl jsem u zubaře, všechno pohodička, plus.
Maybe pausing for Sociable to try and find some space, but Elite already going to take away Magnum. Yampy now feeling outnumbered. He's got players right and left. He expected the counter swing.
Plus, kdo chodíte k zubaři pravidelně, tak víte, zažil jsem třeba top 5 pocit, co člověk může plně IRL zažít, nebo jsme to jsem já zatím zažil. Legální a tak dále. A to je, kámo, když vezme ta zubařka tu jejich UV vrtačku s tím odstřikem a všema a jakoby odjebe ti všechen zubní kámen, který jakoby, chápeš, prostě normálně sedí na hromadí, když si čistíš zuby, až prostě mezi zubama prostě, vole, takový, chápeš, části zubů, co nejsou tvoje. To je moc fancy už. Co to je, kámo? Stop the pop. Slyším tu muzičku, je blou tam.
I think they have, yeah. And there's a ping.
No rotation.
Yeah, there's a ping come through, and now Sadak coming back to tuck in, but.
Jo, a plus jsem to měl zadarmo, chat. Plus tuhletu věc, Satisfying, tak to je zadarmo, to jsem byl taky hodně překvapený, kámo. Protože jsem před rokem a půl jsem tam nechal, kámo, moc peněz. Moc. Tak jsem říkal, že budu zase platit a řekl, to je na pojišťovnu všechno. Aspoň něco.
Rotten swing. 30 seconds left. And now Elite slowly creeping closer. They are locked in here. Not sure who's with who, because Arve's still on the back of the side. That Guardian, he was crisp before, but BBL is sharper. And that flank basically becomes nothing from Elite. They pushed forward, they made it through the problems. Sociable waiting. Elite, well, looks dead in the water, he is.
Shock dart za 0 damage, os.
What? I don't know if they doubted it or something.
If we can see another angle on that, because...
Why would you shock dart that otherwise? And then go, it'd be fine. Well, weird start.
Já taky nepoužívám zubní kartáče moc, to taky... Já mám hlavně takovej ten, nevím, jaký máš ty, ale já mám takový ty, prostě jak jsou velký na držení, a pak ty štětinky, anebo jenom ty malý štětinky. A mě to vždycky přijde, že mi to mají ještě víc dojebe ty zuby, než že by mi to něco pomáhalo. Ještě jsem viděl, kdy používají takovou tu niť, co máš jakoby, jak to vypadá jak harfa. A že to je dobrý, ale... Ale ne to, no. Taky to nemám rád, mi zubáky. Čovinky. 2v2, počkej, je důležitý kolo jak svině. Pokud vyhrajou BBL, tak... Dobrý, možná...
Martin both have their ultimate. Actually, Sugetsu one away as well as Elite for the pit.
Playing behind this as well. Don't know how long he wants to stay here. No, not that long. Actually, he would have liked to have left, but he can't. Sugetsu's going to keep him there. What feels like eternity now is Martin. Take himself out.
Oh, he could move his mouse. Martin should have committed to that.
Uh-oh. Elite, what was that?
Nepřipomíná někoho tuhleto. Tier 2 tohle nedělal taky, kámo. Kdo takhle hrál toho Chambera v Tier 2? Ne, dělal to ještě ten Nuts to dělal, ne? Tier 1 je tím Chamberem, tu píčovinu. Tady navolkovávají ten B long sportem. Čekají na jumpy. To je nechutný gameplay, ale... Strašně napíč, že se proti tomu hraje za defendera, nemám to rád, no. Defo to dělal actually, no myslím. Z těch Sour and Sweet, nebo jak se jmenou. Co se děje, nechápu, kamo. To bylo nějak dlouho, ne? Jak začali retakovat. A je to vyultí Magnum, neumři ty kokot.
now going to pop his ult.
Vyjekovaní Magnumovi, nice shot. Máš flash ještě. On má na mainu ten flash. Ten Magnum je nějaký rozklepaný, on byl vždycky, vole. Nice, dobrý kolo. Že how we leaving yellow base, vole.
Busy play. Magnum trying to help him out here. Oh, the shaky.
Magnum je zpět.
Be back from the dead. This feels like rolling back the years, but Magnum gonna make decent progress for his ult again here. Towards 2 kills in the round, so that's lovely for him. If he can get some more, that'd be nice. As it stands though, just taking steps on the scoreboard too. He'll be up to 11.
Počet. Nefandím proti Marteenovi ani proti Magnumovi, ale chci ještě vidět asi Fracture.
There's much more to be had here and there isn't. So Levin trying to make the most of this one, spots him out, TP's out, and now Profek trying to play pick up here. Sugetsu. Oh, you don't forget about Sugetsu.
Oh, dal do smoku.
Social does land the shot on Elite, but Sugetsu is still in control. This is his sight. He's not even phased by the clone. Does need to fall away once he gets pinged.
4v3.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Ty greedy prase, vole. 4v2.
Showing why he just dominates spaces like this. You can't disrespect him, and he's still going to back himself, playing in the corner, playing that. It feels like a one and done, but he always gets more. And they're scarpering. They don't fancy it, but this map has been cut in half, maybe quarters. Bye-bye, Sociable. And you're looking at 11 now.
30 seconds.
Try and face.
Tome 11. Děkuju, Urza, děkuju. Ještě jednou teda za tě představnictví, děkuju.
Similar to the divide earlier on, just a moment too soon.
Nevím, jestli tady byl nebo nebyl, ale pátek bude solidně content den. Pátek to jako bude úlet Valorantu. Tome 11, děkuji, měsíční resub. Děkuju, v sobotu. Nebude to oficiálně castěný s Pikem. Máme Luvixe. Jak jsem říkal, je to 1, 4 a 2, 3, no. Jako vždycky, to dává smysl. Ale teďka můžeme potkat taky, že jo. Ten formát je double elimination chat, takže nestačí jedna výhra na top 2 letos. Takže budeme hrát jakoby v sobotu. No chápem, prostě uvidíme, uvidí se, kdo bude kdy co hrát. Nechci nic vole tady říkat, jak co bude, ale ten formát je jakoby delší. No. Můžeme ho hulit. Evropský mix.
It is Elite who's going to be feeling the pressure, at least towards, you know, kind of back of the site itself. But Sugetsu playing from pit, they've left this really late here. And it's so simple.
Oh,
it's
ten
so
flash.
simple. KC making it look so simple. What was
simple, come on, na Valorantu.
For BBL, just halted at the door, not dealing with the util. Maybe.
I was going to say, this is the sort of util that you can't leave on the board for the last 15 seconds.
Do their homework nice and quick here.
Pátek bude den Valorantu, chlapi, mezinárodní den Valorantu.
Yeah, much earlier for BBL to be pivoting away. The early protocols. Prowler now won't know anything. Side Aves.
Neříkejte, že tronu ty BBL.
Actually, Sugetsu and Elite. Right here. To mitigate this risk, will be spotted here.
Nice clear of the Vice utility. Steps towards the site. Speaking of Vice, Elite does get Yampy down. Now we're going to have the ult on top of this one. Levin turns on the dime and actually does get down the player. We're getting money again. We're getting Messi again.
Messi, kamo. Už jde prej na branku.
It's a 3v2.
Ty pičo, hodně investuju do tohohle kola.
That's going to be in play soon. We're going to be dealt with early, but that's still just only to allow for this retake to get started. Marteen.
Co má za zbraň ten Social? Má jenom šerifka? Už tam je Magnum tam, kde je. Kámo, se mi nelíbí ta pozička, nevím proč.
Yeah, it's down to 1v1. Sociable sitting pretty, sitting patient. Behind the water though, Sadak now drawn away. He knows what he's got to do here. Time's not on his side.
Proč je náboje? Podle mě... Jo? No to je stejný patch, kde je přidaná Vayley, ne? A Vayley se normálně hraje. Nebo jako, zatím nikdo nepikl, ale dá se piknout.
Sugetsu just like handles nonsense. He's like, nah, it's not on my side of the map, mate. And over to B.
Měl by Elite huntit, kámo. Kdyby Elite teďko...
I'm playing A.
Don't do it again. Look at the minimap, man. Look at the minimap.
To ne, 2v5.
What have we done?
Right, Yampy's getting ult off this.
Neviděl jsem, jaký má cross Sugetsu. Nemají stejný jako Magnum, akorát v bílém.
When does the penny drop? Because Yampy's like, surely there's got to be somebody still on, like...
Just do it, just go, come on, you
Snícker sak, díky, že myslíš ní tier 1 resub.
10 seconds on the reveal as well.
Just go.
Please go.
Let's go, Yampy.
Běž na OPGG Valorant a napiš do prozeru Sugetsu, třeba tam bude.
Even they can't believe it. You can spawn, boys, I promise you.
Thank God, my core have not moved.
Jsem koukal, to používá Madas NRG. To mi k dokumentu tam měl stránku na to.
Like now you're worried about look. Surely if you're KC.
Avers and Marteen have ultimates.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. Marteen's always good on these. Marteen's always good on this. Oh.
Ty slower build device jsou annoying jak svině.
Elite's gonna find Magnum. Yampy is done.
Proč má jenom žousta? A všema ultinama, co mají, to je nechutný.
Evan looking to
here we go.
Maybe set up the Hunter's Fury.
A little body block on it. Alvis has gone down. This is nice. That's beautiful. BBL. Just need to push it across the finish line. But the three against them. Sugetsu, Mr. No Nonsense.
A furt je losable chat.
And Elite with ult. There are chances.
Astra Vajsul dohromady.
We are stacked up here. 11 will find Elite.
Yes, not.
Smoke. And now a 2v5.
Elite main
presented here for Sugetsu and Marteen. Oh boy, it's going to be difficult to work back in on the retake.
Jo, mini, ten Navel to schytal za něj, no. Ten si říká, to dělají na piču nějak, že jim to nevychází. A najednou umře někdo jiný.
You gotta use it. You gotta just go for this now. They're leaving it quite late in the day. They're trying to use everything they can, just maybe try and get towards the back of the side. But I think we know how this goes. BBL just about getting there in the end.
Mini do studia. Nevím, jestli chce mini apovat teďko.
As Yampy trying to get the crowd riled up. No response.
Drawing a blank there from the crowd, but
magic happens. What magic? To not qualify for Masters Bangkok.
Everybody's going to get favourable engagement on the way in. Sidelines will be cut. Team will get ahead.
No nic, třetí mapa blázní Marteen na jetce. Marteen na jetce místo Joru. Díra ve smoku.
Marteen seemed a little adrift there, didn't seem aware of the possibility. And Profek just hungry for it in the end. It just gonna finish the dinner of the other, but Arvez in a battle with Magnum on the back lines. Magnum trying to buy time, just gets battered. Yeah,
jsem překvapený, že hrajou ty dvě Astry, kámo, že nehrajou Brimstone. Actually. Jako Astra má zpátky 5 star, ale podle mě...
You go fact finding,
to try and respond to it, yeah. Especially on Fracture as well.
Je to prostě comfy pick, no.
Something that can really spiral out of control with these first engagements.
Podle mě.
It's going to get a little bit tricky here because Levin's right behind them. Beautiful. It's perfect to nab it, but it doesn't matter who gets it because Sugetsu should be down.
Oh
my God, Sugetsu, how did you?
To má víc štěstí než rozumu.
I don't understand it. Perfect just still cooking them with the ghost. Now they're going to flood through front by Dish. Magnum.
To bylo dobrý s tou jetkou, ale to bylo dobrý.
Well, out of it, but Yampy is there on the case. That's the spike dropped. What is going on here? It's gone topsy-turvy again. Just Yampy alive. We got the player with the spike earlier. And Marteen, you're gonna hold this for your teammate, right?
For a second there, I wasn't watching the cross.
He was not, and I was like, Sentinels fans feeling nervous.
Mám to jinxnout? Je to unwinnable pro Yampyho, unwinnable.
All good.
Jako fakt to je unwinnable, ale...
Paranoid, but
Ale přečetl to, kámo.
Not necessarily calling the shot, but giving that sort of feedback.
Yep, he's not.
So he actually caught
Není.
off with the stun ahead of the dash. So a committed swing elsewhere, and this is exactly the sort of scenario we're talking about, right? An investment of utility, maybe some sound cues elsewhere on the map.
Je to prezident podle mě anime profilových obrázků možná.
I'm about to ban Profek from pushing anywhere near Dish.
Or just anyone, really.
Yeah, just Profek.
If you've invested into a weapon, you're not allowed to push Dish.
They should certainly know that now.
11. Předtím to četli Loon. Je to štou 11.
Valorante child game, but Magnum, give me a vintage 1v2 here. Give me a little roll.
Jako Magnum má rád ty Astra ultiny, ale Sugetsu má jiný názor, když nemá. Asi nemá, když Profek kouká do B furt.
Pressure feels like it's coming his way through sand. You can see the investment of util, trying to buy a little stall here.
Špatná ultina, co to je?
Quite cover too much. 11 does have to get out of there. Yampy disrespecting the smoke and plays ahead of it. 11 still unnoted. They have no idea about him. If he'd gone away into the smoke, then it would have been something totally different, but they can feel it in the water. This is close enough. This could be panic station still. 13 seconds. It's certainly not feeling comfortable.
Martin dostal záda.
Takes down Martin. It's down to 8 seconds now. We're running low on time. They are not looking comfortable. Sugetsu.
On neplentí.
He hasn't got time. Oh, dearie me. Not
Hlavně je si prezident, ty vole, viď? Tohle je strašný, kámo, s tím težem. To vím, jak se cítí ten AWS, to prostě... Ten težostun na to, aby zvěl do té tavry, je prostě čistá gamba, kterou pravděpodobně projebeš. To je strašně špatný spell na týkování tavru, ale samotný. Mluvím do toho kouči, ne, můžou jenom...
More by now. It just doesn't feel like it's playing anything.
Yeah.
It feels out of rhythm a little bit.
Můžou jenom vystavit plento. A pak byl timeout. A Jampy tam na něj zval, že well played.
Faith put towards Levin.
Full KDčko vinu udělal, no. Nechutnou. To ani neskusil vyhrát, no. Teď se vezou.
He's in such an awkward predicament as well. Like that position is so hard to clear out. He's absolutely doing him in. Sugetsu again.
Ten breach flash je tak... Ten breach flash je tak... Tak slabý.
Oh, he's still so nasty. But early parts of the season when they get to come in with this canvas, paint it how they want, come up with these crazy ideas. Evan
still gets one.
Haluzi další toho jednoho.
Was traded in though.
Čau, Lajoš.
But again, pick up the pace now. Obviously, there's a little bit of space created. Oh my god, finally, but Profek punishing Sugetsu on the back of that.
Profek holding this together. Aves, Martin, Elite trying to find some security on the side. Elite's going to get them a little bit of a step towards that, taking away the player who's up towards heaven, still controlling the space as well. 3v3, a fair and even post plant. Finally, it feels like.
Přemýšlím, jestli by tam jiné duelista něco měnil, vole, pořádně, nebo ne.
Valuable information from that position. And Aves, how he's going to get cleared out here, looking at the util.
Jako ty Yoru flashe by byly jako příjemný přídavek.
He makes a fumble, it's on Martin. Great shot on
Jedna hit Jampy, kámo, jestli Jampy vyhraje, jak je gold. Má stun, on dá půlku a stunne. Nestunne.
Martin makes it there in time with a Red Bull clutch, but look to find information, spots nothing towards A, so I'm waiting to see if someone does.
Kolik má value, kámo, ten Yoru prostě.
Oh my god, he's going on it! He's going on it! Beautifully
played
in.
dneska.
But he does get handled again, Sugetsu. It feels like where the buck stops for now. Can anyone else join him here?
Theft will go through Rolling Thunder also. Martin looking to.
Má dobrý trapy, kámo, Magnum. On mu ho zničil? On mu zničil omylem tu jednu trapu v sideu, ta byla dobrá jak svině, protože to by na ní zabil. Tak ryb trapy. Kámo, jaký kolo je bětí. Čím na to, kde jsou ty atakeři? Je na piču plant pro ně, ale že jo, tam nero. Má stun, Jampy. Mrtvej.
Profek and Sociable trying to take that space back, but they just can't land the shots cleanly enough here. Nothing more to be done. Carmine caught finally.
Is he gifted one? KC have been happy.
Letek byl lepší,
Yeah, they've been known for being generous with their lives. You got to keep in mind the purchase is lacking in a lot of areas here. Guardians, Sheriffs.
Já mám mapu, když jsem jmenoval, ne? Co dělají, KC?
What have I said? It's still a 2v2. Sadak, he's down on 29 HP. It's on Aviz, really. Suddenly got to step into the limelight and hold this together. They're trying to get
ten flash nehodil trochu vejš, kámo.
You still have Profek holding towards A main.
30 seconds.
Rechecking Sugetsu like that is probably not the shout.
He's been rechecked a few times.
I know exactly where.
Okay. The divide
A
here
tam
though, Levin
to jenom
can't
pár
play.
lidí mělo, pár lidí mělo teda ty, co vím, jakože těch změn se dělá o dost míň, že jo, než na novou season.
Marteen, keeping them safe here. Planting, he's got to play bodyguard, because that's it, look at the time. Spike's in now. But do they know about
Levin je ranked, ja.
They seem none the wiser. Now they certainly know, but he's in. He's made it through his Sociable coming on over. It's a long way off, and now the trade out on the post-plant positioning.
The hard work almost done here to bring it to a 2v3.
Kde mají plantnout ty červený? Zde v tom rohu?
Oh, Magnum! Super sharp!
A tady mají plant. Na piču plant. Kámo, co dělají? Proto mě to zajímalo, proto mě zajímalo, kde mají plantnout, to proč šli tak daleko?
Unforgivable and unforgettable. BBL pushing
Takže doufám, že to kvalnou.
I think him and Elite both sitting at like 5 and 11 after that first half.
All eyes turn towards Marteen though, holding on the side.
Nejvtipnější pro playery, přísám. Tělíčka se šerifem. A o co jestli nekoupí další kolo Outlaw, Martin? Ne, že bych hejtil Martina, to je jenom, která funguje. Nekoupí nic, protože projebal kolo. Ne, došel spověď.
Yeah, Magnum can punish that.
How are you able to get towards
Tohle je kvalifikace na Masters, basically.
With no call to the player up. I don't know what's just happened to Elite. I don't understand how that's occurred, but they've been given almost too much space. Maybe the plans now change because of this. There's pressure coming in from A. That's on the way. So Marteen will have that kind of B main pressure, but it looks like Profek's already looking this way. Now, whether he continues to, yet to be seen. But they're pausing. Profek does go down.
Moje vidět zbraň z té tavry, co dělá, kámo.
Pushing out from A. Now, do they continue towards B?
Yes, he did let off a shot there, so matter too much now. Sociable forced all the way out of that position. Marteen, his third on the round.
Martin je comfy.
Yeah, putting KC on his back.
30 seconds left.
But the unforgivable hole gets, I guess, filled at this point.
I didn't take note of it at the start, but where's the utility? What's the contingency?
Co tady vaří ten týpek?
Definitely want to review, but at least it won't be around loss here. Into
to je crazy, kamer. Na půl prostě můj mozek je nastavený, kdybych koukal na nějaký ranked prostě, jakože ty jména jsou tak strašně mi blízký z těch rankedů za ty roky. Profek, Levin, Sociable, Magnum, Aves, Elite, vole, i Marteen, kámo, nevím. Je cool, že to makeli ty rankeďáci, vole. Ne, že by Marteen byl nějaký extra rankeďák, ale prostě je to nice.
BBL coming back over.
Bobby Elite P14, no, ale první mapu měl, kámo, asi 18-2. Vyhrál poslední kolo, normálně, že 1v3 movíčko skoro, nebo 2v3, ale zabili všechny on.
And I guess this is the counter to the counter, to a degree. They're trying to get him to do this, trying to get him to flank, and Magnum wins the fight. Well done in the end by Magnum, his patience pays off. Now, do they get the springboard to the site itself?
You've got to be careful here of Profek, because he's He's about to make
30
waves
seconds left.
on drop, and that's it completely unconsidered here. Aves will fall, and yeah, it's going to force a very early save decision ahead of the plant.
Magnum hraje solidně, no, dneska, ale...
Couldn't get him away from him.
Yeah, no, you've got to assume he's there.
Every round. I mean, that felt like such a nice little read from BBL, right? That whole round felt like, okay, well, maybe we can...
They baited it out as well.
Yeah, pressure a bit, see if we can get Marteen to push. Yeah, got him, cool. And
then vaří tady geometrii, vole.
Oh, it's just beautiful from Profek, works out well. An in-zone flawless there.
10-6. Ten kompil tam skoro nechodí. Takhle to jsme třeba 3krát týdně. A on tady taky zajebal, že we go office. Sometimes. Že hraju z domova, ale... A tady odsaď, jo. Pískanice, fakt. A tady se taky končí.
He's going to try and deal with the player creeping through from Arcade, and that was one that had the spike. So Yampy going down leaves that very, very vulnerable. A 3v2. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh. That was after a timeout as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Notoriously, statistically, they convert the next.
Já bych chtěl tu Viper 3, kámo. Nejhula, vyzkoušet.
How's he gone and done that then? Give us that one back, please, replay team.
Exactly.
Aves, I wouldn't go. Don't go near it. What are we doing with you till out?
Hesitation is the killer, kámo. Nebo do češtiny, chat. Šáhneš, táhneš.
Please, someone fight him properly. He's just given them the sign. He's given them the first 2 kills.
Jsem taky vinnej toho. Ale týpek to udělal asi 3krát. 3krát udělal, šáhneš, táhneš, že prostě si vybereš, že něco uděláš a pak, ne, udělám něco jiného. Tak kámo, většinou si piči. Prostě komitnou k té první jde, vole, na confidence bývá lepší, no. Aspoň to jsem jako slychával, vole, a zatím se to používá, vole.
I'm amazed at this from BBL, and again, I want to give them a lot of credit. I know we've been quite critical of KC to an extent, but BBL, as you have rightly pinpointed, they cause that chaos and thrive in it as well. They are doing really well at those individual flare-ups where they look fantastic, find those little points to prove and manipulate the opposition.
Jak se smál, že hraje na KD, já jsem to viděl. Jakože, jo, ale... Kamo, nevím, tomu to vždycky fungovalo, plus hraje jinou roli. On hraje iniciátory, kde prostě droníš, čekáš na rechargeables a ještě byl dobrý v klačích, jako u toho Lea. To je jako pravda, že jako někdy bejtil, ale vždycky to fungovalo. Jen si dělal prdelky jakoby z něj, když ho tam měl v chatu, chápu. Ale jako zase vybavuju si spoustu kol, kámo, kde prostě Leo vyběh na ten site jak Magor. Na Havenu, vždycky na Cčku, kámo, vždycky vyběhl jak Magor. A prostě byl klidně i před Derkem, vole. A když byl Derkem mrtvej, tak byly kola, kdy prostě vyletěl tam ten Leo a prostě vyšukal.
Here we go, Util coming flooding on in. It's Zadak with the first takedown, Levin. Good little spot up towards that drop down, but a flying Marteen gets traded out. Sociable still there. A 3v3 coming down simple in the numbers now. Down to a 2v2. Back and forth. The Magnum goes down to Getsu. Excellence again when they need him. Bit of a backbone. Towards A shows a bit of it, but he's going over towards that B side of things, and he's found a very vulnerable player here. Stuns in, baby. With Shorty v Shorty, but he's switching up. Phantom instead rips away two, and this time Sugetsu's down as well. So is Elite. The site is open.
Jako sorry, ale prostě Yoru, kámo.
3v5 now for Casey to try and recover.
Yoru je.
The final hurdle here for BBL.
Yeah.
To nehrát Yoru a je podle mě kriminál, ale...
It's getting problematic now.
Util dump. Time to go. You can't wait any longer. You got to make it count now. 5 against you. So much to do in so little time. Zadak with 1. With a second. Needs 3 more though, and that time is ticking. Magnum takes away Zadak, leaving just Marteen and what feels unwinnable. Oh, look at it, the Util just being smothered on the side. BBL, 13-8 in the end. Stop any chance of a comeback from KC.
Come on.